RTFC.baconicecream.com.
Hey! Welcome, everybody. We have the usual cast of characters. We've got Crow, and we've got EverCanadian Pete. I can't point for it. Who do we have down below us? Oh, yeah, we have someone from an undisclosed location.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Nice, yeah. Coming to you live from vacation in not the United States. So yeah, it's pretty good. What's going on, guys?
What is going on?
We're just chilling.
I made Rich stay on the screen so he can make everybody jelly because of where he's at. So
You really did.
he's in vacation mode.
It looks too hot for me.
Oh, come on.
It looks like a paradise. Looks awesome.
It is definitely it is warm. I will say 100%. It is 100% warm down here. I'm gonna be looking for a pool very soon because I'm.
What is the temperature, Rich? What is the temperature? 90?
Yeah, it was 87 when I left the room. It was about a half hour ago. But that's a half hour ago and the sun's coming up still, so
Dang.
yeah. It's only gonna get warmer. I do have this nice shade though. I got this big old tree shading me, so that's good.
Nice.
That's good stuff. So
Hey, look at you even wearing your Katie shirt.
that's it, right? You gotta come prepared. You gotta come prepared. So
But you can only
only
have that shirt on 1 or 2 days because they only have 2 T-shirts, right? Because they don't have merch.
I had the so I got the white and red one. I got the Katie one, and I still have my my gray one from what was that organization that did the charity thing?
Oh,
Yeah, Safe in Our World. I got that one too.
Yeah, I've got one. I don't have the white one.
Yeah. So it's good stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to drop by and say hi. Yeah, wish you guys a good show. Hope the chat is doing well. It's actually looking like it's slamming already.
Yeah,
people all over the place.
Way before we started, I think, because there's no F1 race going this morning. That's why Ryan got
Yeah, we got Lloyd R. Jim's in, Ryan's in, Julian, Jason Shires, Dan Nastic, Lee Dell, Al. Yeah, Ryan.
We got Rupert J. Murdoch. Is he the real
Snake Eater?
I'll say hi.
Yeah.
Well, it's Rupert E. Murdoch, I think, is who you're thinking.
Oh, is it really? I didn't know.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Maybe I'm mistaken out.
Jason's asking me specifically where I am. I'm in the Dominican Republic, sir. That's where I am right now.
That's
I guess specifically Punta Cana, at one of the 12 million resorts that's here.
Sweet.
But if you ask me specifically what the name of the resort is, I can't tell you because I don't know.
Okay, Rich.
Oh, you've been summoned already.
Before you go, you need your daily dose of this.
Okay, I do.
Quick enough.
There you go.
I was gonna say it's like you enter the resort and they brainwash you when you enter. You don't know where you are.
Yeah, right.
He'll leave the place with a timeshare. He'll end up leaving with a timeshare.
He'll wake up. And be like,
Yeah, right.
He'll be like Total Recall.
Yeah. Super agent just need to get to Mars.
Indeed. All right, guys. Well, I'm heading back because I am literally dripping now, so I gotta go.
Gross.
All right, you guys have a great show, and we'll catch you later.
All right, later, man.
All right, see you guys. All right, see you.
Well,
All
he said
right.
it was,
That was cool.
90, but I wonder what the humidity is too, because that's a big factor as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, humidity is crazy, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the rule for anybody leaving their home country when they go to a different country. Probably.
Well, it's funny because last night I was like, I have to walk the dog, so I look. It's like, it's pretty nice out. I get like around the block, and I'm dripping with sweat because I didn't realize how humid it was outside.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, bring your own water and toilet paper. That's what it is when you go to another country.
Why toilet paper? Some don't have toilet paper.
Yeah, or I don't know. You could end up with a corn on the cob, or I don't know. No, actually, some people use that here in the country.
God.
Or you don't know how to use the three seashells.
Oh, wow.
Did anybody ever explain the 3 seashells?
That's the joke. There's nothing to explain.
It's just a joke, yeah.
I know, but I'm just thinking, is there ever like an official theory around the 3 seashells?
No, there isn't.
Oof.
It's just a joke. So
It's an expensive vacation. Wow. Okay, so what do you guys feel like talking about? What do we want to start off with? What random topic? Evercade topic.
I don't know. What does chat want to talk about?
yeah, let's see.
Chat, what do you want to talk about today?
Give us something. While we're waiting on that, you guys want to talk about the new carts that we'll be getting here soon. There we go.
I haven't even. I'm not looking forward to
There we go.
looking forward to the new carts.
Yeah, the Jalico and the Galco.
Yeah, apparently, Jason, it's like 40 degrees in London today. It's pretty hot in England.
40 degrees. Was that like? I don't know.
100 degrees? Times 2 plus 20, 100 degrees.
Yeah. Okay. So I wonder what the humidity is.
Oh, Jason wants to talk about the controls on the Intelligent 2 collection.
We can.
Yeah.
Talk about sales figures and television. Amiga cart.
Maniac Square Squash.
We can. Let's hold up. I want to talk about something we're excited about first. Or I should say, are you guys excited?
Well, I want to hear what you're excited about now.
Yeah, can you rerun the trailer again? I wasn't
Should
watching.
be on. Isn't it going to be on repeat?
Hey, that's my video.
Yeah.
Copyright.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to manually click to keep repeating this. Come on. I guess we can kind of pause and go through some stuff.
Yeah,
It's
with all
only
the
a
news
minute.
going around with Evercade, I completely forgot about these 2 cards.
All right. Yeah, I know. All right, so I guess Asti and Axe. I'm looking forward to the arcade version of this.
Steinitz.
I call it Asti and Axe.
The thing with Asti and Axe, the arcade version looks better, but it doesn't necessarily have the features that the home version has. The home version has a little bit more things in it than the arcade version.
I think from what I've heard, the NES version is more playable than the arcade.
A lot
version.
more playable, yeah. I think it's got like not a level up system, but there's a few things that the NES version has that this one doesn't. Now I don't remember playing this game in the arcade, but maybe I did and just didn't realize it.
The thing is, I remember getting blown away by the twist ending of a Steinitz. So I wonder if it's got the same twist in this version, or even the same story.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ryan says there's a dual cart bonus and a very well hidden single cart secret with Galco too. Huh?
Ooh.
Crow will find it.
Right.
Very well hidden single cart secret in Galco too. Okay. Well, I don't know. It sounds like it's something. It's the kind of secret that hasn't been done before. Either that or hasn't been found before. If it's buried in the cartridge.
Yeah, have fun finding
The
it.
secret game. That's good. It's interesting. I like the bonus games. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of Galco games out there.
I'm looking forward to this too. Arcade and limited credits. I feel like I'll be able to play through it and not be as stressful.
Stressful. Playing games isn't supposed to be stressful.
Sometimes it can be.
STNX on the STNX or whatever you want to call it is pretty straight. It's not that hard on the NES.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. But yeah, this will be a lot easier. That's why I love arcade games. It's just load up my credits and go to town.
Yeah, don't have to worry about save states.
Oh, Chuck wants to know what's up with those weird cardboard overlays in Intelligent 2. They're like little collectible cards.
Yeah. So you know what? Although I will say that closing those cases is a lot more of a challenge. Like with the cards, I had to take mine out because they wouldn't stay closed. And both that.
Yeah, the Morph Cat one especially, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
You can't put them. The way I closed it is not put them in the little clips. Just leave it loose, and it was fine.
Oh, he caught that.
Don't put them.
He caught that sale on Prime Day. Yeah, I heard some people talking about that.
Oh,
There was a VS for only $69 with the game
Yeah,
Huh.
on Prime. Wow.
yeah. I think Prime US.
you know, I got it's funny on Amazon Prime Day. I wound up getting buying a bunch of keyboards for some reason. I was like, that
You're
keyboard
weird.
looks interesting. That keyboard looks interesting.
You're just weird.
My cock hurts. Sorry, I love that guy's name. Happy Saturday to you too, buddy. 69, nice. So yeah, so this will be good. But let's see what else. I know we got some other heavy hitters. Avenging Spirit. This I've never played this or heard of this before, so I'm looking forward to this.
I vaguely remember playing it, but it's
Mm.
not something that's sticking out. I probably just ran across it as I was going through games in MAME. So I kind of remember it, but I didn't play it a whole lot. But so
I've never played MAME, so my memories of arcade games are actual memories, and I may or may not have played this game through the last 40 years.
well, if it weren't for MAME, I would not know about this game, period.
It's not memorable for me. It doesn't like when I think of games that I know for sure, like games I've played, like the cruising games, the Dungeon and Dragon games, like those games from the 90s. I remember playing those, but
Yeah, I definitely remember more of the games I played in the arcade. So
yeah. This one looks interesting, though. I mean, I think overall, like, there's going to be some interesting games on these carts for sure.
So Avenging
Speaking
Spirit.
of cruising, since Cruise and Blast, like that theme song is so infectious that's been stuck in my head.
All the music for all the cruise games are really good.
Yeah.
Even the Switch one, right? It's funny is that it's been a while.
The real arcade. Sorry.
Look at
Well,
that.
that's,
Amazon
it's
Canada
different. You
too.
played the real arcade, but wouldn't the
Yeah,
Switch version be exactly the same game?
No,
Lloyd, I didn't even know you can get the Evercade on Amazon Canada.
no. And just like every racing game that ever comes to console, it can't be the same because you can't replicate like the vibration, the steering, and the quality of it unless you spend a lot of money. Like for me, like playing arcade like racing games, you could say I'm a snob that way. Like, yeah, you can have some fun at home, but it's the whole experience of feeling like you're in the thing with the music blasting. So like even if like Arcade 1-Up came out with it, I would have to like modify it.
I love how
Anyways,
Amazon Canada lists the Evercade as a Sega Genesis.
You know,
they do
Amazon
that here.
US does that as well sometimes. They list it as a,
$119 for the VS, and you get one game Technos collection. $126, and you get two Technos and Data East.
I'll pick up a second one when it's $49.99 someday.
yeah, if it was really cheap, maybe I'd get it just so I could have a white one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the carts are $29 Canadian. That's not bad. I never
Well,
even
truthfully,
on there. Amazon Canada sucks. We don't ever have anything that the US gets.
this Video Games Plus exists, but no. Or actually, also too, I'm holding off next year. Like if they make a dock for the new handheld, that would be really nice.
Actually, they do have a Blaze Evercade. Oh no, never mind. I've been looking at it the wrong way. Sometimes it's listed as Sega Genesis. Sometimes it's listed as electronic game.
Sometimes you gotta have nuts. Sometimes you don't.
All right, so what else we got? Oh, we got another. Yeah, we got a shoot 'em up side battler. This seems familiar to me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Again, it's something I probably ran across and just don't remember. And name,
Ooh.
but I'm sure it looks good. I mean, it's a shoot 'em up with robots.
Yeah, I played this one before. I actually played this on. Where did I play this? Side battler. Played it before. I like it. I mean, the thing you got to think about with all the shooters, right? They're incredibly challenging. They were never meant to be easy games. So, people need to understand that, right? Like,
Well, especially arcade games because
the arcade version.
they want to make it so you're going to put more money in the machine.
Yeah, but that's why I don't like the console versions of the shoot 'em ups that we get because they're so frustrating. There's not a lot of gameplay in there.
Well, the reason they did that was so you couldn't beat the game in one run.
So that what I'm trying to say is be very happy that we're getting these as arcade games because you'll probably finish games you probably had no chance to finish in your lifetime because of the continues. So my recommendation is moving forward, if you want to have more people enjoy your games, keep all the side-scrolling and vertical shoot-'em-ups on the arcade carts if you can.
Yeah, except for some cases like R-Type where it doesn't matter, you don't get continues. But
Yeah, I mean, for sure. But like some of my least favorite games on the Renovation collection, are the shoot 'em ups.
They're tough.
I ain't got no time to sit there and try to bash my head against the screen for an hour.
Gyarus is my favorite game on that cartridge.
Mike, no, it's not even available in Canada, buddy. I'm trying to get the Genesis 2 Mini. It's not available in Canada, which sucks.
You can do the pre-order through the United States and Japan.
Yeah, we can't though. I can do it through Japan, but I can't find the listing on Amazon Japan.
Well,
the US, you're not allowed to pre-order through the US Amazon. You have to pay a massive amount of customs, or they won't allow you to purchase it because your address is not American.
Well, the problem too with getting the Japanese console, if you want to play the RPGs and all that, then it's like you're not going to be able to unless you use Google Translate or something else. All right, what else do we got? Oh yeah, so funny, Pete, that you should mention Earth Defense Force. Yeah, we get the arcade version of that. So
yeah, finally, I might be able to get past the second level.
The first one's rough with save states. Even
I couldn't beat the final boss in that game. I could not. I was like, I gave up.
Oh, humble brag! Couldn't beat the final boss. Humble brag!
I was using save states. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm just not really good at side scrollers, side-scroll shoot 'em ups. Anyway, I don't really like them, to be honest with you, but yeah. This one here, I'll try it, I'll play it, but like, it won't be something that I'll spend an excessive amount of time in. I can tell you that.
Gotcha.
But who knows? Who knows? If I get lots of continues, I might just want to finish it for fun, right?
Yeah, it's a great experience. And we get another one, Phantom Fighter. This one seems very familiar
because I like the retro look of the planes. Like, it looks like World War II.
Yeah.
I like this more than jet planes. Like, I'd probably play this more because of the style. Because I'm a big 1942, 1943 fan, right? So
you need to use Atomic.
Ooh, what game which one did you beat without save states? Earth Defense Force?
I think he's talking about Earth Defense Force.
That's off to you.
A certain weapon, I guess, at the end.
Well, for me, and I hate sometimes when side-scrolling shooters do this. Like I played a few of them where they make you go backwards. It's like, in this one you have to fight like a boss going in reverse like that. I'm like, really? That's tough.
Isn't that near the end of the game where you have to fly backwards?
Julian is a god. No save states. Way to go, buddy. Congrats.
Nice.
It is possible. I've seen people on the.
Oh, I'm sure it's possible.
What's this one?
So this game, actually, I discovered this on MAME a while back. This is across many different platforms. I'm glad we get the arcade version.
Is it good?
Yes.
This did get a release on the NES, but I think only in Europe.
Yeah. I thought it got a release like for Genesis or like TurboGrafx. I could be wrong.
It might have. Actually, it was on a bunch of different platforms. Amiga, Amstrad, CPC, Atari ST, Commodore 64, Game Boy, NES, ZX Spectrum, and that's it for the older stuff. And then it's also on iOS, PlayStation 4, and Switch, apparently.
Oh, okay. But yeah, this is if you love like Bubble Bobbles and Snow Bros and all those kind of cool games, and this is like that kind of.
Yeah, I'm starting to like a lot more of these games than I did when I was younger.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way.
Yeah, like.
The NES version was only released in Italy, Spain, the Netherlands, and Japan. So I guess it wasn't even all of Europe.
How do you choose those locations to release a game outside of Japan?
I don't know.
We're gonna make major bucks.
Maybe it's not correct. Maybe it's not correct. This is Wikipedia, but
I know why this got released in Netherlands. Tulips.
Yeah, there you go.
So there you go. There's mystery solved. It was a tulip game.
Hey, we got to bust in here real quick because this, for what Jason said, has got me really excited.
Oh yeah!
Randy Savage excited. Yes, I want to say I completed it too, like last week, since they did the. I don't know if you guys have, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I haven't
gone back to Ronius's Tale. Have they updated the cart so it's finished now?
Yes, yeah, and you get all 10 levels of the boss. It's over an hour of gameplay, but here's one great thing that they updated. So. You get like a ghost ability at one point, and I remember in the unfinished version they didn't explain how to use it. And this version, I swear it wasn't there. And this they showed a screen of like.
I don't remember having a problem using it. They didn't explain it.
No. And there's like no documentation out anywhere. So because I was like stuck at this one at this one level. But yeah, compared to the other puzzlers that we get, you get like at least an hour gameplay, and like they go like 1.1, like you go all the way up to like level 10. So the one thing I don't know is you want to get those orbs, because if you don't, I don't know if you'd have to start over, but you need that to like unlock the final door. So get the orbs, but yeah.
Yeah, I updated it and just made sure it was updated, but I actually didn't play it because for the last few months I've just been playing the Renovation Collection.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I wish I could have something captivate my attention that long. So like for the Morph Cats, like Bobble, Seagulls, that Bat Smasher, whatever. Like I beat like, and right now I'm playing Micro Mages. Like those, like I couldn't put down.
Well, it's funny because it's with the Renovation Collection. It's like I'll see it's all the Genesis versions of these Telnet games. So after I'm done playing it, I'm like, oh, I wonder what the other versions of the game played like. And I downloaded like the original versions and like the Turbo Graphics versions, and I'll just run through those just to check it out. And then I'll make my and I do that before I make the video too, just so I can like put the explain the different, well, not really explain the differences in detail or anything, but just say, hey, this originated on this system and such and such,
Yeah. Sometimes like it's weird, the renovation, like I feel like a little bit overwhelmed sometimes.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one too. It's like I was telling you guys, I'm scared to death to do my casual stroll through renovation. It might take 3 hours.
Yeah, for real. So that one, when it's like that, I'll jump in and jump in and jump out, or like in Solis or something, like I'll get frustrated, jump to something else. I don't know. It's weird lately. I've been just really liking like the arcade and the indie games.
Yeah,
I can tell you, I spent 15 hours on Treasure alone.
Wow.
If they only ever made arcade games from now on out, I think I'd be one happy camper.
And
it's so easy to get through the games and have fun and just experience the whole game. But like, I mean, obviously I'm joking because I'm the biggest supporter of just indie games on the platform. But yeah, I like there's something cool about knowing when you sit down to the arcade game, you're in control of your own destiny. There's just something cool about it, right?
Yeah, I want to say I think because I think that's an interesting thing. Because some people I think they play Evercade like just for purely nostalgia, and I think that's why sometimes if you do that, some people I want to say you'll be disappointed. Like you want to your point, Pete, you want to play it for the experience. Like it is like fun to sit down knowing you're going to. I feel like that with indie games too, like knowing you're going to beat it. Or get close to
if you're playing the Evercade for nostalgia, you're not going to buy the indie collections because you're not going to be nostalgic for them.
True. But yeah, so this game, really looking, and this is even a game too that, let's say, I don't know if there's like over 100 levels, but with save states.
For me, it's so hard to beat Bubble Bobble as a game. Like that game I played, I must have spent, at least $100 back in the day from my parents' money playing that game at the arcade in the 80s.
Wow.
Like, I just love Bubble Bobble so much.
And I think in order to get the true ending, you need to finish with 2 people.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I ever beat it in the arcade. But it was in our arcade, our local little arcade in our village. It was there for almost maybe 6 years. That machine never left. It was so popular. They had to replace sticks on it and buttons and stuff. But
dang,
the music is infectious in Bubble Bobble.
We go to Galloping Ghosts, and my wife is with me. We always wind up playing Bubble Bobble for like 4 hours before we realize we've been playing it for 4 hours.
Yeah.
What time is it now? 6 o'clock. It was like noon, I swear, before.
remember, just kind of nice that Sean confirmed last time when he was on it. So with licensing, it's like everything is with timing. So who knows when Taito decides that they've, enough people have bought their egrets or whatever, that maybe they'll give us a collection. But Saint Dragon. So this I'm excited about. This game, I think most of us are familiar or played this in emulation.
What? No, I have never played it. What excites you?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I don't have MAME, right? I don't have Raspberry Pis or anything like that.
Yeah,
I am getting a Raspberry Pi. My friend of mine at work is making me one. So,
oh, nice.
It is
and it's in like a Nintendo NES like frame. Because there's certain games on that's out there that'll never come to the Evercade, so I'd like to try them at least,
So. Funny that you mentioned that, because like over July, like and at least like in the PS4, there've been sales. So for me, I will, I'll buy like emulation, like digital, if the price is right. And like, they have like that Sega Classics collection of over 50 games. Like for me, like there's no way I'm going to pay $30, but I'll pay $8.99. So like I picked that up to play like the Streets of Rage. But basically it has like all like the Sega games that you would want. And I kind of did that as an experiment to see like, what do I really want the mini console? I guess unless you want the Mega Drive games.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the Mega consoles, like when they first came out, I played them to death, but to be honest, I don't really go back to them a whole lot in the last couple of years. Like, because I guess probably because there's new, more exciting things happening in retro thanks to the Evercade, right?
Yeah.
In my opinion, like for me, like making that video I just made, like the story of Evercade, like my opinions, really cemented the fact that what they're doing is pretty freaking remarkable, and changing how I look at games and what I want to play. That's probably the biggest outcome for me. It's like, yeah, I could sit down and play my SNES Mini and play Mario 2 or whatever, which I love, absolutely adore. But that time has passed for me as a gamer. Like, I'm like, this is the stuff that really excites me now.
Yeah. See, exactly. And that's how I kind of feel like if I really wanted to play those games, I could go through the trouble of emulating it. And so that's why, like, if I want to be able to play, like, let's say my PS4 or something, then it's got to be cheap. Because, yeah, like something like, to your point, like earlier, like Streets of Rage 2, probably never say never, but probably like will never come to Evercade. But I'll pay a couple bucks just to be able to play it, have the controls mapped. I don't have to do anything really.
What I feel, it's like the Evercade took all the magic that this little boon of mini consoles were doing and took it to the next level. Like, because those mini consoles had save states, those mini consoles were emulated, and Evercade said, you know what, that's pretty cool. Let's do the same thing, but have our own ecosystem, physical cards, and push it to the next level and get different stuff, right? So they're combining all that. So really, I think, the Evercade is the evolution of a mini console. That whole era where everybody was.
See, and that's why I wanted like the Founders Edition so bad, because it's black and there's but yeah, I think really
White's better. White's better looking. White looks for that EXP. Is it just me?
Maybe
I have a crush on the white one.
But I think it's for collectors though. I think
do have two of the black coming. I do have two of those.
But I think the mini consoles are going to be for. Oh, sorry. Good.
Oh no, I was just saying I have two, but one is to stay wrapped and one's for my kids. So the black one.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get my wife to start playing the Evercade with me, but she won't have it.
Yeah, I know. I've tried. Yeah, I know. No,
she goes, no, I'm playing Elden Ring. Leave me alone. I'm like, oh, okay. Sure,
I'll have to trick my daughter. I mean, I'll have to ask her if she'll want to play the DS with me again. But yes, yeah, I think those mini consoles, they're going to end up on a shelf, and then it's. You can kind of see.
Well, you've seen where mine's at, Ed. Mine's got little covers on them, and they're right by my TV. I haven't played them.
I was just experimenting.
Yeah, and I see like a lot of YouTubers kind of have them in the background. But so for me, like it's much easier to display cards.
Like your two Evercades behind your shoulder, Ed.
Yeah, technically three, but yeah, they're almost. See,
Which one do you play? Is it the middle one?
The purple.
Yeah, you're like me then. Your purple is your main.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling really lazy and I want to play Atari, then I think I have that load. I think
I have my three. I have different operating systems on each of them. So I have the original OS on one of them. So I want to always know what the original OS looked like.
I might do that. I might flash.
Plug any of the newer games in the older OS, and do they like?
No, they don't work.
No,
they don't work. So you can't put in television collection anything. I think in the last couple collections you can't play them on the OG OS.
Which kind of makes sense because they changed the menu. So
people are upset about that, and I'm like,
well, because they can't use their EverDrive. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That's what I expect. But see, to me though, there's something neat about just having like a collection of like physical cards, because you can easily like go back and kind of see what's on there and pick it up versus like a mini console. You can't do that as well.
Can I retort or not retort? Can I say something about Fabian Gross? I love that, by the way. That's me right now. I won't buy certain games because I know they're probably high likelihood of coming to the Evercade. Like, I won't buy those Awa collection and the other one on Steam, though I really want to play them, and they're super cheap on Steam, but I'm waiting for them to come to Evercade because they've been announced.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's weird. I feel the same way for certain things.
I don't know, because with the renovation collection, it's got Valis and Valis 3 on it, but there is a Valis collection that's available on at least on the Switch, and that has Valis 1, 2, and 3 on it, and they're the TurboGrafx CD versions, which are completely different than the Genesis versions. So after playing that, I was actually tempted to try and get that. But it's available for digital, and then I found out that Limited Run had already, done their pre-order.
You know what? I would say, don't get me. It's funny, Pete. Like I did see that documentary, and I agree with.
Yeah. What documentary?
That Limited Run documentary that you were talking about.
Yeah, don't get me started.
Yeah.
In my story, I had to go past that like really quick. I said one blurb about it, and
yeah,
I can't because the whole video will turn into a big negative crap show.
Yeah. But let's see what else. Oh, so this Detective. I want to say I think probably most people have played this on MAME, but I'll take any new arcade beat 'em up. It looks like this will be a fun.
I don't know. Did this even have a home part of any kind? 64th Street. It might have, but.
Yeah.
Recall seeing it anywhere. Actually doesn't even look like it. This may be an arcade only.
Dude, that's, you know what? Yeah, 100% agree, DJ. That's the last console collection I really want. 2600 Activision. Give us that. Anyways.
Yeah, I want that one in a Magic.
Yes. That's right, I forgot.
What's interesting with an iMagic collection is, like, would it just be the Atari 2600 versions, or would it be like, all the platforms that they put it out? Because Demon Attack is on more than just a 2600 and Intellivision.
I'd want the Intellivision collections because they're pretty dope and the controls are really good on all of them.
Because I have, I've got Demon Attack on the Atari 8-bit computers.
But yeah, this will be fun.
There's one for the Odyssey 2 as well.
What do you guys think? This just looks like an average beat 'em up, but the fact that it's there, it's like we'll play it.
Well, it seems like an early beat 'em up. I don't know how. Let's see, what year did this come out? 1991. So that may be just before Final Fight, or is it after Final Fight? Maybe around the same year.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd be down with that, but everybody knows, right? Like was a million of these.
Oh no, it was 2 years after Final Fight. So this is Jalico's attempt at trying to ape on the popularity of Final Fight at the time.
Yeah. So where's Little Karnak?
Dang it! You stole what I was gonna say. Yeah.
These are my style. These are my jams. Weird games like this. Like, I got no problem playing this.
Hey, it's Rigatoni.
I wouldn't be surprised if there is a Little Karnak in the game.
But yeah, check this. I never really heard of this before. Then it's one of those games.
Never played it. The only thing I heard of Karnak, he was a character on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Karnak. That's how old I am.
Wow. That's a great reference. But yeah, this looks crazy. It was difficult to emulate, so it's one of those neat. I don't know if I'm more excited about the Gaelco 2 collection than.
Yeah, because they're arcade games, but they're ones that most people hadn't even seen before, due to the developer being in Spain.
Yeah, man, this is the power of the Evercade. These games, I want to play this game.
Yes, it gets you. Yeah, it gets you excited. And I know we talked about the dual indie cart to death last time, but I would not be surprised. When we do our ranking videos, that for some of us, if that one ends up being like the number one cart, I don't know. I'm just throwing.
It'll be our press, right? There's some there only needs to be one game on a cart for me to swing that pendulum.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it. If there's one game that I play and I just engross myself into it, that could make the whole cart the best cart for me. I don't think there'll ever be a cart as bad as the Interplay cart. Two carts for me.
Interplay 1 or 2?
Both and Worms.
I don't know. Well,
I'd say Interplay 2 just because it's got Clay Fighter 2 and it just drags everything down.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've played the Interplay carts more than like Gremlin Collection and Worms, definitely. But hey, Crow, I think you said this last time. Yeah, the number because it's like up there. Or someone said that. 64th Street. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did say that. I always remember playing it because every time you go into MAME, it's like at the top of the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the phone book rule, right? Everything's AAA at the start. So, kids out there don't know what a phone book is. Back in the day, there was a 600-page book that had phone numbers in it.
I think the very first game in MAME you see is like 005. This game, I have no idea. It's obvious some sort of puzzle game. Looking forward to trying it, seeing whether
or not. No more puzzle games on the Evercade like this.
This hurts.
If it's not Tetris and all the Tetris games, I'm done. Like, no more.
What if it's Luminous? I'd like to see Luminous.
I've got it on my PSP.
Yeah, well, now you can have it at Evercade.
DJC, that hurts my heart. I really, Tanzer alone is worth it for the first Mega Cat cart. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, Tanzer Crow's made me like that game more than I ever thought I would. It's all Crow. I think Crow developed it, wrote it, created that game the way he talks about it. So
it's so
I like it now more than I ever thought I would.
Well, the reason that game works, and also like same reason Xenocry, the controls are tight. Like you especially need that.
It's the style, and it's responsive, and it's fast paced. That's why I like the game.
And there's secrets too. Like I played through it like twice now, and you keep finding like hidden levels, and so yeah.
Which one, Xenocrisis?
No, Tanzer.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, but yeah, any type. I don't know this. Any type of Tetris type game, I'm gonna like Maniac Square. So.
I'm starting.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
No more puzzlers on Evercade.
Just by looking at the footage, it's like it's like, how is this game even being played? What are they lining up? Just 3?
Yep, the game I thought I'd never want, a squash game.
Yeah, this might actually be really fun though because it's
be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many squash games do you actually see out there? This is the only one I could recall.
I played actual squash in college, so I really like the sport or the activity.
What's the difference between squash and racquetball?
Oh, squash is a more posh name. No, I don't know. But you know what I like about this though is that because sometimes in tennis games it annoys me like having to serve, and this you just hit the thing. This will be a good pick up and play. I think this might actually be a lot of fun.
Oh, I don't know. Sports games, whether or not they're pick up and play, really it depends on just how the game is designed. How deep into the game can you get? Is it just like, since this is an arcade game, I'm sure it's easy to pick up and play, but you just never know sometimes with sports games.
Yeah, I totally forgot this was on. That this was
I have no idea what the rules of squash are. So, if for someone like me who doesn't even know that, will I still be able to just jump right in?
Oh, I think this is multiplayer, right?
It should be. Yeah, it would have to be with 2 players.
Yeah, that would be cool. Oh yeah, then we get Thunder. Yeah, this I'm really looking forward to, the sequel to Thunder Hoop.
Oh, I got to look that up on the killer list of video games. If I find an arcade cabinet of squash, that'll.
Yeah. Look that up. This I'm looking for because the first one was like really challenging, and even though when you died, the character's voice was annoying, this was another weird, bizarre. Like Thunder Hoop, I'm really looking, and I think the control, like this is like, even though it's a sequel, it's completely different. Like it's very, very different.
Ladies wearing are those lady aliens? Like,
oh, I didn't see. Yeah, you're actually Thunder Hoop 2. This game is way crazier than the first Thunder Hoop.
Yeah, you can see their butts.
This is going to be the craziest game on the cartridge. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they changed.
What is it? The highest rating? This is not. I guess this could be T for teen.
Yeah. What else do we have on here? Okay, before
yeah, they explode.
Man, that goes by way too fast. It goes by too fast. Yeah, you can't see before the explosion there. Woo.
But yeah, that game is just It's not. It kind of looks like it plays like the original Thunder Hoop, but it's like a completely different game. It's more fast paced. It's crazier.
Can't wait.
The
I'm more
character-
excited. I'm more excited about
character looks
squash and this touch and go.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
it's hard to beat Super Spike V-Ball for me. And this looks like it's pre-rendered graphics like Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that. I think it's just very good sprite work.
You think so? I
Yeah.
don't know. It's got that look to it.
We'll have to see the controls though. I don't know. To see if they
Controls. It was a. Well, usually they list what the controls are for these games, and it doesn't say. It just says a control panel layout, multiple player. It doesn't say. Oh, I guess it does that too. Oh no, controls. Well, for squash, the controls are 8-way joystick and 2 buttons. It is a 2-player, maximum 2-player game.
Woohoo!
It doesn't list any of that stuff for touch and go.
Yeah, good one. It's touch and go. Whether I'll really enjoy this one, yeah. And then we have World Rally 2, which I wonder if that's an upgrade or what.
I didn't really like Road Rally 1.
Yeah.
Oh, you said you didn't like it? I really like it.
The timers were too aggressive. It was hard to get you had to be almost perfect on the race to hit the timers.
Yeah, I liked it. And I just heard that World Rally 2 isn't as good, but I don't know. I haven't played it myself. I do think you get to choose your car in this game instead of being stuck with just the one the whole time. But
for me, I love the competitive nature, and I get it. Like this, you're more competing against yourself. Like I like other cars that can get in your way, and you can like knock them out.
I just like successfully navigating the turns. I don't know why. I just get satisfaction out of every successful turn.
Cool.
Yeah,
So that's what we get.
Every Galco game, there's just something that's just a little bit off from the norm. With each game, whether it's a little bit off or way off, it's like it's like playing games in an alternate dimension.
Well, that's how they separated themselves, I guess, right?
Well, they're from Spain,
Yeah.
so they were trying to make games for I guess an American audience, but they're from Spain, so there's a little bit of like a cultural misunderstanding at times. Plus, Galco is an electric dart company. So,
That's right.
And they still make electronic darts. So it's just, and all their hardware they built themselves, which is why it was so hard to emulate these games. That's why they couldn't be emulated for a long time.
Too weird for you. Not weird enough for me. No. Oh my god, that's great. So yeah, I predict that. I guess those who've ordered from Funstock will probably get it a week early. I'm thinking Video Games Plus will get it on the day of or day after, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think Amazon still has it scheduled for delivery the same day that it's supposed to be released. Oh, oops. Okay. All right. What else? Was that it?
Yeah, for that. Yeah, for that. We spent 40 minutes talking about a minute video. No, but it's that was a short trailer. So here's one thing that's interesting with me, and I'll tell me if you guys are like this too. So when these 2 carts came out, I was like super hyped. But now that we have like the other carts, like I'm like more hyped, and like I wish like they could like switch places. You know what I mean? Like,
do you have the roadmap image that they updated? I mean, you could put that up there, and we could see what other collections have been announced and are coming out the rest of the year.
Yeah, let me.
Because the Galco 2 collection, might be the one I'm looking forward to the most, even over the Commodore 64 one in a way.
Just because it's like so different, and
yeah, they're just games that I know that are going to be offbeat and interesting. Like even looking at something like Touch and Go or Squash, it's like something is going to be a little bit off with those games.
yeah, it's kind of funny how it's a.
What could the hidden Galco game be? So yeah, with the Commodore 64, I'm not really getting the games that I wanted to see on it, but I'm sure they'll still be fun. Like I'd love to see Space Taxi. That'd probably be my number one game I want to see on a C64 collection.
Sure, it's a freaking Chrome tab. There we go. You can't. It's weird. You can't just like upload files to StreamYard. Like, fine, that works.
So yeah, we got the Jalico and Gallico. Did they? I'm just realizing they did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Jalico and Gallico.
Yeah. Knowing their sense of humor, they did.
Oh, actually, Alwa's Awakening and Cathedral is really up there too. That's up there with Galco, I think. So
that's my number one anticipated collection.
Yes. Yeah.
See, potential game changers.
Yeah,
I would say
that's a huge game
out of
changer.
all of these, I'm still looking forward to them. But the ones I'm looking for, like the least on the bottom of the list, would have to be the Jalco, Irem, and Toaplan arcade collections. I don't know what order I'd put them in, but they're all arcade games that I've probably seen before.
Yeah, it's hard to choose there. It's probably easier to say the one you're looking least forward to.
Yeah.
And it's probably me, the Indie Heroes, just because I know a bunch of the games already. So it's not because I'm not looking forward to playing them. I've already played 4 of them, right? So,
I forgot what games were even on that.
Me too. But I know I've enjoyed all of them so far, which is pretty cool. So, but the anticipation's gone, right?
Unless I'm wondering if they could put a high quality indie game on there. Like, what if they put like a Cathedral type game on? You know what I mean?
Are we going to get a trailer for that soon? Because we're only getting games in a month for it, so we don't know what else is on there.
Wait, Indie Heroes 2? Did we not know what was all on there?
We don't know because they've been surprising us with Game of the Month, right?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
We have no idea what's on that collection.
I just assumed they had shown us because they showed us everything for everything else.
Yeah. So what is the rest of the games on there? What's the other? Like we've had 4, right? Games of the month or 3? How many games of the month we had?
I don't know. I haven't even been playing.
4, yeah.
And there's usually 12 games on that collection, or 10 or 12 games. So there's a whole bunch we don't know what's on there. Please be in Televania. Please be in Televania.
Oh, there's a Reddit post for a wish list for Indie Heroes Collection 2.
Is in Televania.
No, well, that's not the original poster. He put like things like Bloodstained Curse of the Moon.
No, we got those on the Switch already.
Yeah, and I have actually a hard copy of it. Not the what was it? Not the Bloodstained one, but the NES looking one. That's Curse of the Moon. There's actually a Curse of the Moon too. Freedom Planet, I've heard of that one. Koromon, I've not heard of that one. Shovel Knight he put on there. So if we were gonna get Shovel Knight, that would be like on a dual cart or by itself, I think.
Yeah, or Rogue Legacy 1 and 2 would be awesome.
That'd be me. And I should have put Televania on the second and television cart. That's all I'm going to say. Dang it. More homebrews.
A big get, and they might be worried about. I don't know if Konami would get mad or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm looking at Giant Bomb now, and they just have the 4 games they know are going to be on the cart because they've been games of the month. Which is, and that one game is actually what, 3 games?
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't even do we even know how many games are going to be in the collection?
No, we don't.
Huh.
All speculation.
Well, that's interesting. If it's coming out in November. So you have to remind me now, the Evercade EXP, that's only bundled with Toaplan and Irem, right?
Yeah. Or you can get them separate, I'd imagine, too.
Well, yeah, you could get them separate. But Indie Heroes is being released at the same time. It's just like what they did with the Evercade VS is everything that was releasing at the same time you could get bundled when you bought the Founders Edition of the Evercade VS. But I guess in this case, even if you bought the Founders Edition of the Evercade EXP, you still have to buy Indie Heroes separately, even though it's supposedly releasing the same time.
Remember, they said winter. They said winter 2022, but they're shooting for November. Yeah,
unless like the release dates are actually different. Different days in November for Indie Heroes Collection 2 and the 2 arcade releases.
I think they did that in case for some reason the EXP gets pushed to December. Then at least we have something in November.
Here's what I kind of want to predict that Indie Heroes Collection 2 will be released in November. But then Toaplan and Irem and the Evercade EXP not until December.
Yeah. But if they do that, though, that'd be weird only having one cart. Maybe they'll throw in another one. I don't know.
It would be weird, but it's already weird that there's an odd number on this
And
list.
they're not done, right? They said they have other announcements coming later this fall.
That's true. I mean,
Yeah.
they could be faking this out again by leaving out another cartridge just entirely.
Because like their momentum is going to be growing around the EXP buildup. Like they said, Ryan said last week, the EXP has been in production already a few weeks ago. Like it started production, so the EXP will be done in production soon, just shipping then, right? So they'll start wanting to build up stuff and take over take the momentum further. I can see them announcing some other big stuff later this fall.
Yeah. Usually, Dan, the end of the month before is usually when you can do the pre-order. So if we can if it's going to come out in November at the end of October, hopefully we'll be able to pre-order it.
Yeah, true. But even if it gets delayed, it'll probably still be October. It's like the delays are out of their control. They're not going to know if it's going to get delayed or not until they know it's going to get delayed.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I kind of agree, Pete. I'm not as excited. I'm excited for Indie Heroes 2 just for the discovery. Like maybe there's some awesome, like, what do you call it? AAA indie or high quality indie game, indie game we don't know about. But if not, then yeah, not as much since we already know what's on there.
I'm actually really, really stoked about Cathedral. That might be the single game this year that I'm looking forward to, just because I haven't even played it, but I have it on the Switch. I got that for premium edition. I was like, I'm really looking forward to playing this. And I kept playing Renovation Collection, then only to find out it's going to be on the Evercade too now.
Yeah.
Bonus EXP content too. That's EXP only. What the heck is that?
That's right. I'm hoping that they do a built-in game.
Oh, in the bundle, I think, for the Founders Edition, I think. When did they say they didn't really announce everything that was going to be bundled with it?
No, they said there's something on the EXP that they have that's special.
Yeah, that's right. That we don't know. I'm hoping
some feature or just in the hardware, in the software.
I think it's software related, I would think.
Yeah, I bet they'll give you a game that you can play that's built in, so that way if you didn't have any games, you could play something. I'm thinking they'll do that, or just an extra game.
Well, yeah, that might be the case too, because you could do that with the Evercade. Yes.
Or extra games.
They had a built-in game, like just, hey, you know what? On day one, this is a pack-in, right?
Yep.
You know what?
We haven't seen the packaging for it, right? We haven't seen the packaging for EXP.
No, we haven't.
Imagine if they comes with one preloaded game or something. Wouldn't that be cool?
I have a prediction. For the Evercade EXP, there's going to be a built-in game, but it's going to be developed by Blaze themselves, and it's going to feature Katie.
Ooh,
that would be awesome.
That would be.
They need.
I was going to say it's going to be a Tate mode game that's included in it.
Yeah, and it'll be Tate.
That would be great. I like that prediction. So
or both, where it's like, please rotate your Evercade now.
As a wireless controller, that kind of could be cool. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know either, because I don't think they would use infrared, and I don't think it has Bluetooth or anything in it. So,
but if I'm going to do that, maybe I would just rather play it on the screen. I don't know. I'm kind of torn.
You would still need a dongle for the Evercade VS.
Yeah, unless they had an adapt. Maybe that. What if that was the extra thing, an adapter that you could plug into the VS, and then you could use it as a wireless.
I mean, I don't see that really happening, because the Evercade VS
all the
doesn't
racing games, Chuck. All the racing games absolutely aren't good.
Hey, Ballistic Coffee Boy.
Watch my casual stroll through Intelligent Collection 2, and you will hear my frustration with a lot of the Intelligent Collection.
Yes. So since the chat has been buzzing about that, so yeah, that's actually my next video. You'll see the beginning, like as it goes on, the more annoyed that I get for my first look, because it is a first look. Didn't look at the manual, and so it isn't interesting. Like for me, when I play games like that, like I don't want to have to do a lot of research and work. I just want to be able to jump in and pick up and play. And if I can't, I get frustrated. That's all I'm going to say.
Like I had to figure out just before this started what type of controls they used for auto racing, because on the actual Intelligent cartridge, there's two different versions of it with two different ways of steering. There's one where you point in the direction you want the car to go, and then there's one where you press left and right to turn left and right. And I'm actually really glad that they went with the version that goes left and right, because I never liked the one where you point in the direction to go.
Okay.
Isn't there already a Katie game? Is there already a Katie?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. On the VS, that one unlock where you have to like move Katie to dodge like the lines, or they modified.
Is that a Katie game? I didn't know.
I think they modified an existing game and they put Katie as the character. Yeah.
That seems wrong.
Forgot about it.
Which game is that one?
It was one of the early unlocks with the controller. Oh. It's forgettable, right? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I can't.
Let's see. I could probably. So it's a one with a button combination.
Oh.
So Chuck.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's. Oh yeah, I pulled up the screenshot for it on the menu, and it is Katie in there. So that must be an altered version of.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is an altered version of VVVVVV. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But your prediction still stands, Crow, because you said an original game featuring.
Yeah, I imagine Katie being in a platformer, to be honest.
Yeah. Huh. I have to have another willing soul to play with. But yeah, definitely the hype, the new games we haven't played, and all and all that is what keeps the Evercade ecosystem alive and fun. And those extra prediction, those extra things we're gonna get with the XP. I'll be curious. Can't wait.
I'll wait until we get it. I'll forget it. I actually have a package sitting right outside right now. I can't wait to get it.
Ooh!
Get it before the Porch Pirates get it.
So here's another interesting thing.
Camera on my door. I'll see them.
that I just thought about. So remember with the VS, like they released like that extra like case, like case holder where you can put your carts, which I do use that a lot. I've noticed that I didn't see the announcement yet for a separate carrying case. Like I hope they release one for people who don't get the limited edition. That would kind of suck.
Yeah, Jason, you're absolutely right. Super Pro Athlete, they should have mapped the action button to an actual button to run, because using the D-pad, you can't win the 100-yard dash in that game. It's awful.
Dude.
Well, I wonder, like I could probably do it with this thing, right? Which is why I use that thing a lot.
That's the problem with the one.
Are we already in year 4? I thought it was year 3. Are we really?
Aren't we in year 2?
I thought we were like in year 2 right now.
Year 2 anniversary was earlier in May. Now
2020 was year 1.
Oh, maybe he's talking about next year is year 3, and then after that.
Yeah,
that's a while.
Now, so this is year 3.
2020.
Yeah, and then so we entered the 3rd year.
But the computer collections excite me.
Too, why the controls are so obtuse is because remember, this is the second cart. There's only so many licenses you can get for Intellivision, and the controls, don't blame this entirely on Blaze and Evercade, because they're horrible on Intellivision Lives and all versions of these through the years that weren't on the Intellivision original console. So like I'm sure it's hard to remap controls in a ROM that that's 30 years old. So read the manual and play the games you enjoy. But yeah, it's
I'm not 100% sure what you were talking about, where it was hard to use the D-pad to control.
In the athlete game, you have to, when you're running, you have to hit the left D-pad to run.
You could remap that to any other button you want.
Yeah, I know, but a lot of people might not do that, right? It defaulted to that. They should have defaulted it to a button.
Yeah, I mean, there's been other games where it defaulted to things I don't like, and I just altered it in the system.
I know, but like, if you want your console to be accessible and available, and a lot of people don't even know where to go in to remap, you should probably put it to an actual button.
So anyway, what I wish that they would have done, because there's like a lot of like homebrew out there. I wish they would have gotten more things or like Intellivision, threw that on there. But
I don't know. I can't help but feel there's some sort of copyright issue with having to release something like Intellivision that's obviously like Castlevania.
Then Nintendo might sue them. Yeah, after
Konami.
The Konami, yeah, maybe.
So I don't know. I mean,
it's like
maybe
I don't know,
it was called something else. Maybe if it was called something else, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But
so like, here's what's interesting with me, like something like the Gremlin collection, even though like it's not my cup of tea at all. At least for me, all those games are playable. I'm going to give the Intellivision 2 collection another chance, but I don't know. Kind of conflicted. Do you kind of wish maybe they didn't release that at all? Is it good that they released it? I'm on the fence. I don't know.
Huh. More options is better than no options.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe because the first one was so good, and then this one was a little bit more of a letdown for me.
That's why I kind of don't like giving like a collection a demerit or anything or something because it's got a game on it I don't like or doesn't play very well. Because if they didn't include the game, would that make the collection any better? I mean, I don't think so. It's like the same as not having another game on it.
If it had Intellavania, yeah. If it had that, see, that's what's funny. Like if it had Intellavania, that would be my go-to. I'd be playing that a lot, and I would, I love Castlevania. That would get high rating, alone just for that. But maybe that's not fair to rate the whole thing. But yeah, no. Usually for me, it's either I recommend or don't recommend a cart.
Yeah, I mean there's a few games in the racing games. The racing mud buggies is not bad. Auto racing is complete garbage. That was garbage before, in my opinion. There's a lot of Intellivision games that came out back in the day were absolute garbage anyway. But there's a lot of games on there that are really good. Like Cloudy Mountain, they did change some controls on the Cloudy Mountain. It plays really good. I have no problem with Cloudy Mountain. Tower of Doom plays really good. It's up to you. Like I mean, if you fight the controls, going into it, like you have to understand these are a product of the era where all these games were over designed for a stupid controller back in the day. There's a reason Intellivision was number 2 in the video game market back in the day. Them and ColecoVision's controllers were like just over designed.
I think that's just a little piece of it. I mean, price definitely had something to do with it.
Right.
As
Wait,
well.
did you say it was a number 2?
I order you to go take a number 2. Aye, aye, Captain.
And there's another reason why some of the most beloved games on Intellivision were developed by, iMagic. Because iMagic took the power of the hardware and put really cool, accessible controls on them.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, when Rich did his Fun for Fives, I loved all those, and actually a lot of those they're cool, crazy indie type games too. They're really neat. But...
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the situation with the Wii, where everybody wanted to implement the motion controls, even if the game would have been better without it.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely right. Like it's just it is what it is. I mean, I'm still glad they put the collection out because it's on the Evercade. They're now in another way you can retain these games. It's good. Like I have no problem with it. Just read the manual.
Yeah, I need to do that. But maybe I've been spoiled because I like where I can just jump in. Yeah, no, I know I need to do that. But here's the thing. So if let's say they were doing month-to-month carts, and Intellivision was the only latest thing, then I'd be forced to do that. But because I have MorphCat, you know what I mean? Then maybe I don't need to research it. And now with these other 2 carts, it's difficult, right? Should you have to force yourself to play? I do want to give it a second chance. And that zombie game looks really cool. Now that I know how to play it. Maybe Halloween.
I just think it's funny when I plugged in the Intellivision Collection 2 to look up the controls for auto racing. In the menu, it told me to steer and to refer to the instruction manual. So I refer to the instruction manual, and it just says steer diagonally to turn more tightly. What?
Yeah, it's messed up.
Why couldn't you just... Why did you tell me to refer to the manual just for that?
Yeah. I know. When I was playing those, it reminded me of BMX, in the California collection. I was like,
What would be left to release on Intellivision that they could? I don't know if you'd ever get a third collection for them.
That's true.
They don't have license to they don't have license to the full library, right?
You got the 3. Well, I guess you couldn't do the Tron games because of the Disney license. But you still got B-17 Bomber, Bomb Squad.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I almost have to go over and look and see what I got.
We do Sub Hunt.
There's the golf game. They should have done the golf game.
You could probably do Sub Hunt. Armor Battle.
They didn't do skiing.
Crow Ballistic. I don't know if you can hear me. I was like, Ballistic Coffee Boy likes your magnifying glass. He's like, I gotta give me one of those.
Oh yeah, I could hear you. I've got headphones on.
Well, so I think that now since they have a computer collection, even though Intellivision isn't a I think they're going to go in that direction. So the C64 collection excites me because I think for everybody, a computer collection is going to be nostalgic, just the way the graphics are, the controls were, and it's like, for me, that's like total discovery. So I'm really looking forward to next year, the Blues.
It all depends if it sells, right? If Intelligent sells, they'll get more collections.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because the home computers had thousands more games than the consoles did. So what are they going to choose?
Yeah.
MGB, I already talked to Ryan about that. They can't put Amico games on the Evercade because how they were developed, or I don't think most of them aren't done anyway. But the Amico games, because they were developed within Unity and not Android based, apparently, or something like that. So I asked Ryan a couple months ago because I'm like, yeah, because the Amico's never coming out. Why don't you just put all the Amico games on the Evercade? At least then we get to play them. That's what Ryan told me, but Ryan could probably do a much better answer than I just did. But
well, maybe when they come out with like the Evercade VS2, it'll be able to do that.
Which I find weird because Unity usually can you can export your game for all types of platforms, including Android and iOS. But
I thought that too. Yeah.
Yeah, Evercade doesn't need the baggage that comes with the Amico. Yeah, probably right there. But you know what? It probably would draw a lot of people to the console, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Good or bad? Good or bad?
No, it would, because I know there's like a certain podcast who doesn't like the Amico. They'd be like, hey, they had to port it over to Evercade. Yeah, and that alone would draw people over to it. So.
Yeah, what's funny is I think there's some good Amico games that I really want to play. Like the fact that I can never play Cloudy Mountain, the reimagined one, that's sad. That's so sad that you can't play that game. Or the new Shark, like, and a bunch of them, right?
They might all come out for other platforms.
Yeah, they might come out on the Switch, but yeah. As long as I can play them, I don't care.
Atari Recharged. Yes, we've talked. That would be fun.
Yeah, they should go get the license for all the Recharge games because Atari wants to put their products everywhere, and they don't have physical.
And because it's Evercade, they can put the original. Yeah, put the originals on there, the different versions on there, and put the Recharge, and we're good.
Did you see the new trailer for Yar's Revenge? Oh my god, that looks so good.
I knew there was a new trailer. I just haven't watched it. Because I didn't feel like searching for it. I saw somebody having a reaction video to it, and I'm like, "Oh,
Rich did." Yeah, I saw. I just watched like Rich's video, and
maybe that's who I saw did a reaction video. It's like I don't want to watch the reaction video first. I want to see the original video first, and then I wound up watching the Munsters trailer instead. And what?
See, Chuck knows. Chuck's an insider with the Amico. He knows. Chuck, tell me they're going to release the Cloudy Mountain games to the Switch. Please tell me that, and then I'll be okay. Chuck knows all the answers. But yeah, I really want to see if they push the collection for the computers, like, because we already know we're getting 3 C64 collections because they said multiple C64 collections coming next year in the interview. So we'll probably get like, I wonder if we'll get like Amiga or Spectrum or Atari ST games.
I think Amiga is very highly likely because of the retro, whatever the company was that put out the C64 Mini, which it seems like they got the license from for a lot of these games, also did the Amiga Mini. So I could see a lot of the Amiga games coming over too. But what's interesting is, like, what about like the Bitmap Brothers collection? Will they redo that with the Amiga versions instead of the Genesis?
I hope not. I just want to see new games.
They got to put new games on there if they do that. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather.
What is that game we got that? Oh my gosh, I can't remember now. Not Cannon Fodder.
Yeah, I don't want to read like, with the arcade collections. I can't even talk. They like the Jelco collection one. Oh, the other thing I want to say too. I hope if we put it, with there's going to be an unlock if we put in the arcade and non-arcade version of that. But like they just didn't put like all the same games. They give us some new ones. I think like if you really care and want the Amiga versions of the games, get an Amiga Mini. Knock yourself out. Go play all. You know what
also,
I mean?
like with arcade games in the early '90s, the home ports were completely different than the actual arcade games. So there's like so much of a difference there. I don't have a problem with if I were to buy like the Jelco collection. And then we have got the console Jelco collection, and a lot of those have the same games on them. but they're different enough to where it's like they're almost like different games, like a Stionix.
DOS, Commander Keen, yes, a lot of those. I just want Doom just because we need, Doom runs on everything.
Put Larry on it.
Yeah. But there's the computer collections. There's so many possibilities. I mean, they could even just have C64 alone by itself, and there's tons of stuff.
Well, that's the thing. And so, but I got there's so many options with Commodore 64. But what will they actually have the rights to release?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of the Commodore 64 games I played growing up were from Electronic Arts, and we're not going to see that on the Evercade.
So So now that we have all three colors, so next year we know, let's say there's 12 slots, 12 games. What's your guys' prediction? How many do you think will get blue? How many do you think will get red? And how many do you think will get purple of the 12 available?
I don't even think that Blaze can predict that because it just depends on the timing of when the licenses go through.
Do you think it's okay, that's a good question. So do you think it's solely based on the licensing, or do you think they want to have a good variety?
Well, I'm sure they want a variety, but I think just the timing of when the stuff comes through is a big factor of that.
Okay. So here's what I predict, and this is based upon Blaze. So initially last year, we got 4 arcade collections last year. We got 4 new ones this year. I think, so here's what they could do this. Let's say they do another 4 next year, and then they do another 4 of the blue, that's 8. And then that'll give us another 4 of the red. And I think the 4 of the red are going to be, I think the red will be mostly they'll be the indie collections.
Or why not just give the red a break for a year since there's already so many of them and let the blue and the purple catch up?
I'd be down with that. I totally would be down with that. Yeah. We have nearly 30. Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe release some more dual carts.
Yeah.
Or do a single cart and put that in a different color, like yellow.
Yeah. The
a
indie
single game.
I think we will get Indie Heroes every year, though. That seems like a no-brainer. It's easy licenses to acquire.
So, I could put a year on it, so it would be like Indie Heroes 2023.
I mean, if we get a Paprium or the new Final Vendetta, something cool like that. But yeah, I wouldn't mind taking a break from the retro game carts, indie arcade computer. Yeah, let's do it.
But whatever comes out.
Oh, well.
I really haven't seen a collection so far where it's just been an absolute disappointment.
Oh, I have.
Sure, there's been bad games, but still, sometimes it's interesting to play some of those.
So, as much as I do love Discovery, the Gremlin collection for me, I wish something else would have taken its spot. You know what I mean? That's for me that was a stinker. Whatever. that I don't know if who knows, maybe I'll go back to it and put it, and that's why I have a physical copy. Maybe I'll go and plug it in, but there was something even Zool, that wasn't to Sonic levels or something awesome enough. They're oh, I gotta just play just gotta play it just for that.
Well, all I really know from Zool is that it's basically an advertisement for candy.
Yes, well, that's interesting. Working, iArcade, timing maybe, definitely. I mean, who know? Who knows, right? And I guess then television too. I'll have to play that. I'll have to play that more. But having some of the other thing the dual cart we're getting, I agree with you, Pete. I want to see more. I want to see more dual carts like that or single.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Awesome. Well, I guess we're getting close to wrap up. You guys want to talk about what's going to be on your channel next week? Chad, has any final thoughts?
Well, I just have to finish. I finished Valis 3, so I need to make 2 videos. I need to make the Valis 3 video, and I need to make the video for the renovation collection, and then I'll play the Gremlin collection.
Yeah, for me, I put up video just doing well. The story of Evercade, my thoughts on the last couple of years. So that's up, and just working on a few other surprise videos for next week, and we'll go. Come over and check
awesome, guys. Hey, Mike Nintendo Power. So for me, mine, teasing this a little bit. So it's my first look at the Television 2 collection, kind of some of the stuff we talked about, but you'll get to see I you know, like everything else, I do try to go into it like really, really positive. And that's all I'm gonna, you know.
But I won't be able to watch it until after I get to play Intellivision Collection 2 myself.
Gotcha.
So when I'm done, now that I'm done with the renovation collection, now I can go back and watch your renovation videos.
Ah, see, for me though, it's kind of like, you know, it's like whenever you get a cart, like I before I can like play and enjoy it, you know, curse of the YouTube or whatever, like I need to test everything first and then hit the, you know, bit that, and then I want to get my first reaction. It's like, because getting your first reaction the second time around, it's like not the same thing. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. A lot of these games I've played them before, so it's kind of pointless to have a first reaction when it's not really the first reaction.
I can see that, but it's, you know, it's our excitement and all that. So yeah, you know, all our channels, we got good stuff coming up, and I think me and Rich have a card next Tuesday. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we're calling all retro gamers, so he should be back from his undisclosed location by then to talk about stuff.
What are we doing next week?
KillDash Rage. No, it's not. No, it's like I haven't. You'll see. It's just more of a disappointment. I don't know. I don't do YouTube videos to get angry. So
he does them just to be disappointed.
Yeah, it's more of a disappointment. I don't know. Next week, I guess we'll talk about more of the. I don't know. Maybe will one of us get one of the new collections early? Will Rich get them early from Fun Stock?
I predict I will get them early.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So you've switched over to Fun Stock too, then, Pete?
I've got a secret source.
Oh.
No, I don't know. I'm just saying that. But anyway, I gotta go. Bye, everybody.
Okay. Bye. Thanks for watching.
Are we all going? I guess we're all going.
We gotta end it at some point.